Decision Plus has been and still is a leading stock market service provider. From training to coaching, we cover it all. Try both our software as well as our coaching site, completely free for 10 days without obligation. No credit card is needed to sign up for the trial. The trial subscription will be automatically canceled for you at the end. DecisionPlus.com, your stock market service center. Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above. Market Vision Plus is the trading companion of so many investors. Make your fundamental and technical analysis easy with Canada's #1 stock market decision-making software. Research, decide, and follow your positions with Market Vision Plus. See the menus just above this program and try Market Vision Plus for 10 days without any obligation after the show. When it comes to day trading, Trader Plus is the right tool. Track 50 quotes simultaneously. Create dozens of quick lists. Display as many as 30 real-time intraday charts at the same time. Watch the action with candlesticks or bar charts as fast as 10 seconds. See the market by sectors. Use the chart models already prepared for you. Try Trader Plus for 10 days in the menu above without any obligation.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Swing Trading Show. Today we're Monday, May 4th, 2015. The question bar is open, folks. If ever you have any questions, feel free to ask them. It will be my pleasure to answer them. Markets today are pretty boring, I would say. In terms of the situation, it's kind of tough to describe the situation today because at opening we had a slight rally on the markets. And the thing is, if you take a look at the major indices, NASDAQ, Dow Jones, SPY, the red line that you see here is the 10-day, which is above the 30-day moving average, and also the 50-day moving average, which is in orange. So it's the same thing for the SPY, the Dow Jones, and the NASDAQ. So overall, everything indicates that it's a pretty bullish momentum that we have on the markets today. However, there are no sectors that are able to start any new bullish cycle at all on the American markets. Now, the situation is where we actually have a slight sell-off on the American markets. We are trying to see if we could have some sort of a bearish divergence on that stock, on this index, but that's not what we see because look at this. While the SPY have been going higher, the MACD 28.7, 28.7 has also been going higher. So there's no divergence at all. So do we have the conditions to allow the American markets to make a new high? That could be the case, though, if ever we break 212. So those of you who are opening some positions among some bearish ETF, such as HVU or SPXU or HXD to trade the TSX on the downside, the good thing is that by buying them now, your loss potential becomes really limited because the top is not that far away on the TSX, it's not that far away on the SPY, neither on the Dow Jones. So the stop loss will not be that high, that the stop loss will be really close compared to your buying price if you're buying some bearish ETF today. Now, the thing is, we also have to take a look also at the indicators. Even on the TSX though as well, we don't even have a bearish divergence because while the TSX has been going up higher, the MACD also went up higher, so has made higher tops. So the thing is, it's kind of tough to describe the situation in the market right now, to predict what's going to be the direction of the market because we're unable to break the top. I think investors are still reluctant to actually buy the markets again, and the technical indicators are showing us that it's actually slightly more bullish than bearish, even if we do have a slight correction on all the indices. So the strategy is actually pretty simple in terms of swing trading. The strategy remains to take some profits when you can. For instance, here, if you take a look at the sectors that led the slight rally at opening, we had some stocks in the energy sector, on the mining sector as well, and you had to be quick to take some profits on the positions where you were able to do so. For instance, on marketgurus.tv that you can have access for free for 10 days, what we did today, we were quick to take some profit on one of our positions in the energy sector, which is precision drilling. We recommended precision drilling as a buy on marketgurus.tv on April 29. Today, when the stock rose, it reached 920, 910 approximately. It went even higher than 910. So 926, that was about more than 5%. So this is why we decided to take a profit on a stock like precision drilling. And whenever you can take some profits, folks, it's important to do it. The thing is, the energy sector, we have some sort of a divergence there between oil and energy stocks. Well, not now. The divergence has faded away. So energy stocks are slightly putting some pressure on the downside. Same thing too for oil. The thing is, oil still, I don't see what could be the main drivers of oil. We know this slight rally here. Well, there was some prospects that the economy could do fairly better. There were also some tensions that were going up in the Middle East, right? But overall, though, I think that what have led this rally is slightly starting to fade away. So this is why I think this stabilization phase, I don't see what could be the next catalyst that could allow oil to make a new high. And this is why I think that right now for the energy sector, the best strategy is to continue to hold on to your position. But if you can take some profit, do it. And same thing too for the gold sector, though. We have this sector that remains neutral. And I even don't think that if ever we have a clear bullish cycle higher than 172, I would not consider it as a clear buy, because we had a bullish cycle on April 28th, a slight correction. So I mostly consider it as a pursuit of the bullish cycle. Now, in terms of the news, no major news except that the manufacturing index in China has declined. It's at around 48.9, which is negative, because if it's at 48.9, it means that the Chinese economy is not growing. It's only higher than 50 that it's growing. In London, it's closed. There is a new princess that is born today, and in manufacturing orders in April in Germany, Eurozone, and France are all also going down. Now, concerning the news here, we have one news first in Berkshire Hathaway that did pretty well. You know that recently they acquired Heinz, and they also did it with a partner that will cut jobs at Heinz. Arabia Pharma also did pretty well, Comcast as well, and MGM Resorts did also well, but revenues decreased. Of course, MGM Resorts, they have a lot of exposure in China. As I said, sales and casinos in China are declining because there's a lot of anti-corruption campaign by the government, so people are spending less. They don't want to actually get too much attention, so they're being more discreet, and this is impacting casinos and MGM Resorts as well. Now, McDonald's, I said is that they will announce their new plan today to make sure that their menu is more efficient, it's clearer, and they will also accelerate the process of making sure that they can put most of the restaurants into a franchise. So it's a way for them to have more control. So they will trim the menu, make it more clearer, but also make sure that they can have more control. And by making sure that they have more franchisees, well, then they'll be able to actually impose, this is the new menu and this is how you should proceed. So this is actually something that could be seen positively for McDonald's. So far, the stock is neutral, only higher than $100 that it's a go. And Sienna will just buy Cyanotech here, this stock. Oh, no, it's not this stock here. It's, yeah, okay, yeah. Now, there's a news here on Turquoise Hill. Tembec, they released their earnings. They made a loss of 40 cents. They were expecting a gain of 2 cents, so Tembec took a big hit. Turquoise Hill, what happened with Turquoise Hill is that they had an agreement to sell their shares in South Gobi to a company named United Resources. National United Resources. But finally, the delay to sell those positions has expired. So National United Resources was not able to acquire the shares of South Gobi from Turquoise Resources. So Turquoise now is due to renegotiate its credit facility with its lenders. I would mostly see that this news is negative, but you see today Turquoise it's slightly breaking out. I kind of don't really like that breakout on Turquoise. Look, it's getting, when a stock is so far away from its 200 moving average, this should definitely be a red flag for you. So right now, Turquoise, I think it's mostly better for a profit-taking opportunity than an opportunity for a buy, especially on a news like that for Turquoise Resources. So for me, it's not a buy. And Bombardier today, what they announced is that they signed a contract worth $1.5 billion to build some railway in Egypt. Now, Pierre is asking us the questions about ZAG. BMO Aggregate Bond Index. Why is it going down today? Well, I don't know why it's going down. I don't know the characteristics of that. What you could do, Pierre, is to take a look at this segment here. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try to put it on Yahoo and get back to you later on that one, right? Because I want to see how it's structured. Now, please tell me what's happening with WSP. Now, WSP is in a nice neutral range. I don't know what's happening with this company in terms of the recent news. But what I know is that it's definitely a stock that's worth to be put on your watch list. Overbought, yes, right? We have been there for a while. But the thing is that the longer we stay within the salary information, the better will be the technical signal that will come out of it. I think we're staying within a tight neutral range. The buying signal is at $44, selling signal below $42.50. I think within the salary information, start to get in on that stock. The thing I would see, oh, okay, we're starting to have a stochastics that's showing us there's some buyers, but it's not as credible yet. Try to add the volume unbalance. Let's add the volume unbalance here quickly on that stock. So if you put it here, what does it say us? Well, there's some increase in volume, but not enough to bring the stock into a bullish cycle. So only higher than 44.11 that it will be a buy for a stock like WSP, but it's worth to be watched.
Find answers to your questions by emailing your host at btm@decisionplus.com.
5 good reasons to manage your investments with National Bank Direct Brokerage. Commission fees fixed at $9.95 anytime for all clients and starting at only $6.95 for active investors. No administrative fees if you hold at least $20,000 in your accounts. Registered accounts available in U.S. currency. Powerful tools to help you manage your portfolio. Award-winning customer service and satisfaction levels amongst the highest in the industry. To learn more, visit nbdb.ca or call us now.
Real-time coaching has been created. We search and classify critical reports and technical movements. You can visualize or hear the best buying and selling opportunities. Get real-time advice all day long and 3 live coaching shows per day. Let us do the work and save your time for trading. Try marketgurus.tv free without obligation for 10 days in the menus above.
So welcome back. So let me get back to your questions here, Pierre. What happened with ZAG? So ZAG, I take a look at this. I went to Google Finance and I went also to Yahoo Finance, try to take a look at their exposure. And you see here that this stock, this ETF actually replicates investment grade securities. So every company from either the government or corporations like provincial or corporate bonds. So everything that's investment grade, that's what they invest in terms of bonds, and their sensitivity to interest rate is really high. So right now we're seeing interest rate. I think one of the best indicators that we'll take a look at is TLT. That gives us that, and TLT, it shows that interest rates are going up, and this is why ZAG is going down, because it's inversely correlated. When rates go up, bonds value go down, and this is why we have ZAG that is going down today, because rates are going up. So one thing you could take a look at is to take a look at, see how TLT on New York is moving, And actually, this gives you an indication because TLT is inversely correlated. So when TLT goes down, which means rates go up. So that's how you should take a look at this. So this is why ZAG is going down. Now, Michel has a question on Stornoway Diamond. Is a good entry point? No, it's not a good entry point. The entry point was on April 30th on that stock when there was a clear long sideways formation and we had a clear breakout. And we stayed there for a while on that stock. So which means that this breakout was definitely of more of a quality. It did the same technical pattern that WSP did, that is doing right now, which means that a long sideways formation, a clear breakout, boom, explosion, not a stock rose. So right now, Stornoway Diamond is a situation where you should actually take some profit on a stock like that if you bought it on April 30th. It's not a situation to get into a stock like that. We're reaching a former resistance where we could expect a stabilization phase. So you're gonna be too late on the movement if you want to get into a stock like that. Look, we're so close to the overbought situation there also on Stornoway Diamond. The indicators so far, well, there's been an increase in volume, but I find it so risky though to get in right now onto that stock. I don't know, I'm not so bullish on it, right? I think for day trading, possibly for day trading, but for swing, not that. No, I don't think that. We got verged by so much from 63 cents to 73 cents in 2 to 3 days. Sellers are going to come into a stock eventually, and they already came today, right? Because the stock was unable to maintain its rally. So I think it will be healthier to wait for a stabilization phase and a new breakout on Stornoway Diamond. If you missed the breakout on April 30th, well, it's unfortunate, but it was put on marketgurus.tv as a breakout on that date. So if you had marketgurus.tv, you would have been able to get it. But now if you have not got it, Michelle, well, better luck next time. That's what I would say. But to get in right now, I don't think it's a wise strategy. CDZ. It's not going down. Why CDZ to bound plunge since a while? Well, CDZ, it tracks its dividend. So right, I know maybe companies are paying more dividend on the TSX, the companies they're exposed to. I don't know what holdings do they have on CDZ. So if I take a look here at Google Finance for CDZ on the ETF Toronto, oops. So what you could do, look, go to Yahoo Finance, and you could put your ticker here. So you have CDZ that you put here, right? Search CDZ on the Toronto, and you take a look at to see what other holdings. So here you have the profile on that ETF. Let's take a look at the holdings. So what stocks does the company hold on to? So you see here that the top 10 holdings are stocks like IGM, Ensign Energy Services, Willan, Tech Resources, Northern Property Real Estate Investment Trusts. What we know that Tech Resources, it's Class B. We know that they slashed their dividend. I don't know if they did it for a Class B. Those other companies, which means that they either increase their dividend payout ratio. So this could explain why we have this slight rally here on CDZ. So this is what you could do. Take a look to see why the ETF is going up. Take a look at Yahoo Finance. Look at the holdings of this company, of this ETF, and this will give you a perspective. We have a lot of energy companies as well as resources, and the fact that we had a rally could explain that those companies have either increased their payout ratio. So right now it's almost reaching its top of 27.47. Now, NA, one last question is here. ZA I'm going to take. Zuen Fashion, you bought at 379. Okay, you bought at 379. Okay, so it's on New York. Okay, well, for me, I have this one here. Is it the right ticker? I'm not sure about that, Al. So, Al, the one I have, it's ZA, but it has never reached 379. The maximum it reached is 305. So I don't know if you bought that stock here, Zuen Fashion, but if you bought it, well, the thing is, I'd say put your exit point close on that stock. If ever the stock loses 7% or so, I'll get out because it has surged by so much for a stock like that. Now, as for the best day trade of the day, it's that stock here, Digital Alley. It's a stock that we usually recommend a lot because it's a stock that's really active. And if we take a look at this here, we had this, and this. So all 3 entry points on a stock like that. The next entry point is at 1772. So ZA was converted last week. So look, I'll get back to your questions tomorrow. All right, I'll take a look at this. I'll try to make the conversion as you said, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. Overall, folks, it's a situation where we have markets. It's tough to determine what's going to be the next direction. Market so far is showing some bullish signal, but intraday-wise, we have a loss of momentum. Will investors allow the markets to make a new high? So far, they're reluctant to do so. So this is why it's important to take some profits when you can. The mining sector has been one of the best performing sector last week, but today, to get into some stocks, I find it risky. Stornoway Diamond is a perfect example of a stock where I think today you should not get into. Turquoise Resources, same scenario as well. I think today is more ideal to take some profits while you can and put some stocks in your watches though, but to buy the markets today for swing trading, I don't think it's an appropriate timing, especially today when we have so much divergence and when it's so unclear what's going to be the next direction of the markets. So I wish you all a good trading and see you tomorrow on the Swing Trading Show.